Once upon a time, in a lush, dense jungle, there ruled a powerful lion named Mandukat. He was the undisputed king of the beasts, surrounded by his loyal courtiers. A clever crow, a cunning jackal, a sly vulture, and a fierce leopard. These animals served him faithfully, or so it seemed, helping him maintain his dominion over the wild. One fateful day, a weary camel wandered into the jungle. He had strayed from his desert caravan, lost and alone in this unfamiliar green maze. The lion spotted this strange, humpbacked creature and grew curious. "What manner of beast is this?" he roared to his attendants. "Is it a wild animal from the forest or a domesticated one from the villages?" Trembling but hopeful, the camel bowed low before the mighty lion. "O great king," he said humbly, "I am a camel from the vast deserts. I became separated from my master's caravan during a fierce sandstorm. Now I seek your protection in this jungle, for I have nowhere else to go." The lion, moved by the camel's plea and impressed by his gentle nature, nodded graciously. "Fear not, my friend," he declared. "You shall live here under my safeguard. No harm will come to you in my kingdom." And so the camel joined the lion's court. Days turned into weeks, and the jungle life suited him well. He grazed peacefully on the thorny bushes and shared stories of the endless sands with the other animals. The lion treated him as one of his own, and harmony reigned. But peace is often fleeting in the wild. One afternoon, the lion engaged in a brutal battle with a massive wild elephant. The fight was fierce. Tusks clashed against claws, and roars echoed through the trees. Though the lion emerged victorious, he was gravely wounded. Deep gashes covered his body, and he could barely stand. Unable to hunt, the once mighty king grew weak and famished, his strength ebbing away with each passing hour. His courtiers, the crow, jackal, vulture, and leopard, set out to find food for their master. They scoured the jungle, but prey was scarce that day, and they returned empty-pawed. As the lion's hunger deepened, desperation crept in. Gathered in secret, the sly attendants whispered among themselves. "The king must eat," hissed the jackal. "And look, we have the perfect solution right here, the foolish camel, so large and meaty." But how to convince him? They devised a treacherous plan, one born of deceit and self-preservation. Returning to the lion's den, they put on a show of ultimate loyalty. First, the crow stepped forward, puffing out his feathers. "O mighty king," he cawed dramatically, "I cannot bear to see you suffer. Take my body, eat me, and regain your power." The lion, touched but firm, shook his head. "No, my faithful crow. You are too small, and I value your wisdom too much." Not to be outdone, the jackal slunk forward with a sly grin. "Nonsense, crow. Your scrawny frame wouldn't satisfy a cub. Eat me instead, my lord. My flesh is tender and will fill you well." Again, the lion refused. "I cannot devour you, jackal. You are my cunning adviser." The vulture, flapping his wings theatrically, chimed in next. "Jackal, your meat is tough from all your sneaking about. Allow me. O king, I am old and ready. My body will nourish you perfectly." The lion's eyes softened. "Vulture, your service has been invaluable. I will not end it this way." Finally, the leopard prowled forward, muscles rippling. "All of you are unworthy. My strong, fresh body is fit for a king. Devour me, master, and live." Weakened but loyal, the lion protested once more. "My brave leopard, you are my strength in battle. I refuse to harm any of you, my true companions." All this while, the innocent camel had been listening from the shadows. Overwhelmed by what he perceived as their selfless devotion, he felt a surge of guilt. If these loyal friends are willing to sacrifice themselves for the king, he thought, how can I, an outsider, stand idly by? Stepping into the light, he declared boldly, O great king, if your courtiers offer their lives so freely, then I too must contribute. My body is the largest. Eat me, and your hunger will be fully quenched. No sooner had the words left his mouth than the treacherous courtiers pounced. In a frenzy of claws and beaks, they tore into the camel, ripping him apart before he could even cry out. The weakened lion, unable to intervene, joined the gruesome feast. As his life faded, the camel realized the bitter truth. He had been ensnared by false loyalty and sweet words, betrayed by those he trusted. And so, the jungle echoed with the lesson of that day. Beware the honeyed tongues of flatterers, for they often hide fangs of deceit. This timeless Panchtantra story illustrates the perils of naivety and blind trust in the face of flattery. It teaches us to discern true loyalty from deceptive self-interest. In real life, just as the camel fell victim to the courtier's ruse, we must be wary of friends who offer grand gestures only to advance their own agendas.